Friends, it is time. By now, Endgame will have already been re-released in a number of theaters across the United States, areas of Canada, and 38 international locations. It's gonna have a couple of little extra scenes. Will they potentially be worth it? Yes, because Endgame is worth seeing. So if you haven't seen Endgame, this would be a fantastic time to mosey your way down to the movie theater to watch Endgame. And it's very important that we watch Endgame for one simple reason. We need to beat Avatar. I've been waiting years, 10 years in fact, for something to come along and dethrone those blue. And finally, we have a champion contender. The amalgamation of years of hard work, amazing characters, and giddy childlike passion that is the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So again, if you haven't seen Endgame, now's the time to do it. If you have seen Endgame, that's fine. It held up on second viewing for me. If you've already seen it twice, that's fine. It held up on third viewing for me as well. And if you've seen it 3 times, you clearly care enough to go watch the additional scenes. I, unfortunately, live in an area that is not being blessed with additional screenings of Endgame. I'd be really depressed if Spider-Man wasn't just right around the corner. But you guys are gonna have to do the legwork for me. Actually, no. I'm just gonna go ahead and buy a ticket for a movie theater that isn't anywhere near me. That's what I'm gonna do, because I'm committed to doing my part. And if I have to reserve the seat, I'll be nice. I'll get that one all the way over to the left at the very, very front so that you'd be looking through the 3D if it's in 3D. All right, there we go. I now have a ticket for Endgame at the Eglinton Town Centre Cinemas in Toronto, which is like a 13-hour drive away. And the movie's in an hour. So I will not be seeing that. But I've now officially done my part. If I can shell out like $10 to watch a movie that I'm not watching, y'all can go watch the movie. If it's anything like where I'm at, it's a rainy, dreary weekend. If you live in Canada near one of these things, it's the Canada Day weekend. You get an extra day off this week. You get an extra day off on Monday, so you have just an entire day to live your life so that you make up for the fact that you spent 3 hours in a movie theater in the summer. You can do it. If you want to see Spider-Man and you haven't seen Endgame yet, you have to go watch Endgame before you see Spider-Man that comes out on Tuesday. Like, you've got to do this, guys. Now, realistically, will Endgame beat Avatar's global run? Probably not, because Avatar ran for like 11 months and was a cultural phenomenon in China. We just can't compete with it being a cultural phenomena in China. It was just, the story was just so basic that there was nothing to be lost in translation, and it was like the first time, as far as I know, it was basically their Star Wars. They saw that, and that was like the first time they saw anything to that degree. So all of the majesty and wonder of the North American audiences and their special effects wowness was just amplified. But we have beat Avatar's original domestic run, which is just commendable. And I would like to point out that when I bought my Avatar ticket, it was like $17. So I'm pretty sure those ticket prices were marked up back then because like 3D and everything was so new. I paid out the butt for Avatar, which just really added to my hatred of the entire movie-going experience. I got a headache. It was dumb. If you like Avatar, I'm not trying to hold that against you. Different strokes for different blokes, different things for different people. It's fine. We don't have to like the same things, but I didn't like it. And I would like my baby Endgame to triumph. That's right, it's my individual child. That's why this is so important to me. And then see Spider-Man, because he needs your love the most. I don't know why that's just, no matter where I am, that's within reach. But yeah, go see Endgame, help beat Avatar, or at least help get it close to beating Avatar. But just know that deep down inside, we beat the original run, and at this point, it can just become this never-ending blockade. Because, like, if he ever gets around to releasing the second Avatar, which has been in production for 10 years, you could just re-release Avatar 1 before it. It says, like, hey guys, here's a little memory of this whole world with our unique language in which we didn't come up with a different name for the thing that's not actually a horse but looks like a horse. Go see Endgame. Also, I guess a couple of other I saw 3 movies this past week. I saw Men in Black International, which was fun, but really just dumb mostly. Like, they just didn't establish any kind of plot points very well. But, you know, Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth have good extreme chemistry, as we already know from Ragnarok, but it was a good time. I saw Anna, which was the most ridiculous off-the-wall movie, but not in any of the ways they wanted it to be. It was also hilarious. Again, not in any way that they wanted it to be, but I got to go see that for free because my buddy works at the movies and it was getting pulled out of theaters for Spider-Man. So we figured let's bunker down and do it. It's a KGB, baby. And then right after that, I saw Yesterday, which I went into with very low expectations because one of my friends had already seen it and said that it wasn't that great, but it was cute. It was charming. It was nice, you know. It was cute, you know. Beatles songs are nice. Though please do not play Ed Sheeran songs. I get that Ed Sheeran's in it, and when Ed Sheeran is performing, you want to hear an Ed Sheeran song. But like when there's like an emotional moment at the end of a Beatles-related music movie, I don't want to hear an emotional Ed Sheeran song. I would like to hear one of the many emotional Beatles songs that you guys clearly had access to. Quick reviews. Basically what I'm saying is that like none of those movies were worth necessarily like rushing out to see, so just go see Endgame again. No, I'm joking. You can watch, well, obviously Men in Black's not independent, but you could go watch Yesterday if you want to watch like a smaller movie. It was cute. It was cute. But if you're in a mood for an action movie of epic proportions, go see Endgame. Help beat Avatar.
This is gonna work, Steve.
I know it is. Because I don't know what I'm gonna do if it doesn't.
I'm sorry, James. Titanic was better.